Hi, this is Stacy from 2 Weeks in a Hammock, and I am here on North Manitou Island with my husband Vince. And this is a product review of the Batiste Dry Shampoo Plus, and it is Instant Hair Refresh Shampooing. This is intended for between washes, and it's something I've wanted to try for our camping trips, just to see how that will work with my very thick hair. So the product I've chosen has a hint of color, Divine Dark it says, which is supposed to be an alternative to something that's a powdery white. And I've never used this product before, and I'm not convinced that it's going to work real well on my hair. So we're going to give it a try and see what happens. Now it says to shake it vigorously, and then I need to apply it to the roots of my hair, working through sections. And then once I have it all sprayed in, then I will brush it through the ends of my hair according to the directions. So we'll see how this goes. Of course, I'm sitting outside with a light breeze because, of course, this is a camping trip, so this is the conditions I have. And I'm using my husband's ultralight hairbrush part. So he has dismantled his hairbrush to make it easier to camp with. And taking the cap off, the thing immediately fell off. That works. See if I don't spray Vince, who's operating the camera, while I do this. So I'm gonna work through sections as best I can, being in an outdoor environment where I don't have a giant mirror or proper hair utensils, and see what we can do here. So I'm just kind of winging it, and I'm gonna just take sections and spray. And eventually my hairdresser, Christine, will probably see this and get a good chuckle, because her and I discussed products like this. And I'm focusing on the roots. And of course the oiliest spots are near the front. For all I know, this is going to turn my scalp brown. We'll see. And if I'd remember to comb, it'd probably be easier to work through this. But again, I feel like this is an accurate test of the product. Because when you're camping, you're always kind of making do and improvising it. And I can kind of feel it in my hair, kind of settling in. It's a little thick. Now, this is something that normally I wash my hair every other day. And I've last washed my hair 3 days ago. So this is, my hair's a little bit oily. I didn't want to wait till it was like extremely oily to try. So I'm kind of going by feel to feel where on my scalp I haven't sprayed it yet. I'm going to probably use up the whole container. And there were warnings on the package that said not to spray it in your eyes. Good tip. And also it's not for intimate use. Weird tip. But you know what they say when they have to make tips like that, or warnings, it's because somebody did something. It's a little brown in my fingernails. And it feels kind of cold and moist where it is. Okay, that was the whole can. Now again, my hair is so thick. I don't know if I've gotten this everywhere it needed to, but we'll see. We'll brush it out. That's the next step, is to brush through to the ends. Oh, I think it actually said work it into the roots first. So let me give myself a little scalp massage. And I can kind of feel it in there. It feels a little powdery. Now, this is summer in northern Michigan. It's a 75-degree day, so you could argue that I could easily wash my hair just outside. But we do camp at different times of year. We like to camp in the early spring. In the winter, I probably wouldn't mess with it in the winter. I might, but when we camp in the early spring, it's just really cold to try to wash my hair because I don't have an electric hair dryer, and it just get a bad chill from that. Okay, so there's a little bit of brown on my fingernails. It's not as brown as I thought it might be. And then I'll brush it through and we'll see how it feels. I mean, I don't think it's going to have that light, airy feel that fresh, clean hair does, but I'm curious to see if it's a good short-term substitute for a full hair washing. And this brush is not the easiest thing to use, but again, camping, you improvise, you do what you can with what you have. But dry shampoo is one of those things that sounds like it could be a good idea if it works. Now I've got more color on the palm of my hands. I don't know if you can see that real well. On my fingers, and the hairbrush has got brown on it. And I'll get a little closer to the camera so you can see how it looks. And that is the Batiste dry shampoo. Okay, I have completed my test of the Batiste dry shampoo, and my husband Vince has told me that my face is dirty. It looks like I just climbed out of a coal mine. So, and judging by the looks of my hands, I'm gonna have to like clean up a little bit, which is interesting because, you know, of course it is spraying everywhere and it's got brown in it, so I suppose that makes sense. My hair feels it doesn't feel clean. It feels a little heavy with product, and I feel like this is probably gonna leave some brown residue like in our hammock, because we're hammock camping right now, and the hammock is white, so it's probably going to discolor the hammock a little, maybe. We'll see. This bottle is a 50 milliliter bottle. It weighs 30 grams. So as far as backpacking goes, and of course when you look at environmental impact, with it being a aerosol spray, and there's a lot of waste here, I don't think this is something I would regularly use. It's kind of something fun to try, just to experiment with, but for the most part, you know, on our longer camping trips, I would probably try to actually wash my hair with soap, just because it feels better. And really, when you're camping, it doesn't really matter what you look like so much as you feel better when you're clean. So if my goal is to feel clean, this doesn't really cut it. But is interesting to try, and I've got a couple more bottles, so I'll use them up at some point in time. But it's an interesting concept. Thanks for watching.